restarting the stream because, yeah, the first attempt at streaming was a little awkward and to be expected of me. So what I was going to do today is I am testing out some markers I got from AliExpress. I don't know what to expect. I decided to just see how things go. I got this kind of crushed box of oil markers, but I have gloves and I have a ventilated system. I'm waiting for my respirator masks to come in, but I am fine. The masks, I looked it up. My masks don't really do anything. So, yeah. So I'm going to flip the camera, and if anyone's stuck in the blizzard like we're about to be, because New England's version of weather is literally, oh, we're clear, and it's snow. Oh, it's fine, and it's snow. Also, got my Jack shirt on today. I'm not dressing up in my normal goth look because blizzard. I'm going to be stuck inside, and either I'm going to go slightly insane, totally insane, or I'll be hallucinating within a few hours. So, when you guys are ready, let's do it. I don't know why I have so much energy because usually my channel's really chill. But, yeah, I think I'm going slightly cuckoo, so bear with me. We're gonna take it nice and chill. Zen. Okay, let's see what happens. I also have some really cool black canvases I might use, so. Oh, God, everyone's gonna think I've gone insane. All right, but let's see. Ba, ba, ba. Okay, yeah, I got it. All right, so these are the boxes we are working with. Yes. Okay, literally, I was binging a compilation of RuPaul's Drag Race. I happen to be a huge fan. Hi! Welcome to the stream. I don't know who you are, but I appreciate you. We're doing stuff. I don't know what stuff we're doing, but we're doing stuff, so yay! Okay, so I got these boxes on AliExpress, and if I start rambling, I'm sorry. My sanity is literally depleted. But thank you. I really appreciate you guys joining us. And by us, I mean me. It's just me and I guess the voices in my head. So let's see what we got here. Either we got good stuff or we got ripped off. All right, let me slowly. Ooh, shiny. You could obviously tell my sanity is slightly depleted. So these are the bad boys that I'm going to be priming. So for anyone who does not know, first of all, priming is literally like my fifth circle of hell. You shake them, and then you activate the markers. So you could use them. Again, I got these pretty dope. Thanks. I'm glad. Love my husband, but thank you. And then I have these black canvases. We're gonna try these art. So priming, again, you shake, you press until your arm dies. And then yeah. Okay. So there's probably gonna be people in and out on stream. Because literally I'm a small-time YouTuber and oh! Welcome from India! Thank you! To the 4 people that are here. It's okay. Anyone stuck in a snowstorm in the US? If you are, let me know. That way we can all suffer together. I don't have a great mic right now because I live in a tiny apartment. So let's see. Ready? Dun da da da. By the way, how is India? I've always wanted to go there. My husband and I happen to love like traveling. So these are these acrylic markers. The good news is I don't have to prime them. So my next question. I don't like discussing religion because like it No, I appreciate that you're asking. It's just like with the context of my channel, I like making things kind of an escape from it. What I will say, no. Please don't apologize. The way I like to put it is I respect all religions, I respect all beliefs, and I think people should have a right to believe what they want to believe. It's just like I'm not very good at answering those questions. I am so dodging it right now. But I will say that just like with religion, I will say I grew up around religion, but as for what I am right now, I haven't. It's so complicated to say. I'm not Christian. I will answer you that. But that being said, I'm going to just keep my beliefs to myself right now. You don't need to worry about it. I will say though, I do absolutely respect you for being Christian. I absolutely believe because one of my best friends is Greek Orthodox. I don't actually know the difference between Christianity and different denominations, but I've always been really open minded about religion. And with me, I actually love learning about different religions. So I've gone to church services. I've always wanted to go to a religious service, like a Islamic religious service. I've always wanted to see like Buddhist temples. I'm just very open-minded when it comes to religion, and I think there's a lot of different interpretations for, divine beings and what people see. As for myself, I will say I do have a patron. I don't necessarily say I'm a witch so much as like I'm somebody who has a patron. I guess that's what I was saying. I'm sorry. I'm so rambly. But I do believe that TLDR, because I ramble, I do believe that you have the right to believe what you want to believe, and it is technically, a legal right in where I'm from that you have freedom of religion. So what I will say, long story short, is I am proud of anyone for what they want to believe. Okay, so I have all these weird little acrylic markers. But yeah, I will say, anyone here, never apologize for asking me a question. I might not always answer it, but I am very open-minded, and I will answer whatever. So if you want to ask a question, please, I would love to answer questions because I am literally stuck in my apartment right now. So yeah, if you guys have any questions in the comments, please feel free to ask me. That is a giant hint. Don't be shy. I'm just an awkward 36-year-old. It could be anything like my favorite food or I don't know. Oh, shiny. Let's see if I could get some more people. Hi, welcome. Listen, I am just saying, if you want, feel free to ask me any questions. What we are doing right now is we're opening all these markers I got from AliExpress, and we're going to color on this sweet-ass black thing. The black canvas. I'm not supposed to curse. This is a family-friendly channel. But yeah, guys, whoever's coming in, feel free to ask me any question. I'm happy to answer. I like engagement. I like talking to people because my husband's at work right now. He's a nurse, and he's stuck at his job because he's an essential worker. So this is the closest I have to socializing right now. I'm putting on my handy-dandy new gloves because paint markers and gloves. Yeah, wear gloves. So anyone who's here, even if you're just cruising by, please ask me some questions. I would love to answer all the questions. Now let's see, what am I going to draw with these 9 million paint markers? All right, guys, what am I going to draw with these 9 million paint markers? Ugh. God, having art fatigue is literally the worst. So, why don't I think of something? I think I might want to do a Pokemon. How to draw. 1 second, I'm sorry. I am having a doozy of a day. I missed my husband already, and he just left like 5 minutes ago. Okay, so I think I know what we're gonna draw. I'm sorry for the mess. I'm probably triggering anyone who likes nice and neat, but I would like to test out these paint markers. And I think what we're going to do is God, sorry, I have IBS. What we're going to do is ditto. Just something simple. All right. First of all, I need to see if this is even going to translate onto here. If not, we're going to go bust out those oil paint markers of beauty and justice and possible death. Oh, hi! Welcome! If you have any questions, I'm happy to answer literally anything because my sanity is being slowly depleted. Could be anything about my favorite food, a little bit more about what I do for work. Do I prefer pineapple pizza? Answer is no. I'm from New York originally. We don't do that. So we're going to color Ditto. My nephews really love Pokemon. So, I got it. I'm very self-conscious of my voice because I know I literally sound like Kermit the Frog if he just ingested 10 things of helium. Followed by mixed with like a cat who's constantly screaming. But, you know, I like my cat screaming depressed Kermit voice. Really brings out the existential crisis in me. My nephews, again, they love Pokemon, so I'm also taking advantage of the fact that while I do miss my husband, he's going to be at work. So when he's not here, I will live stream because our conversations are very weird, and I think they'd put us on some kind of government watch list for the amount of times we speak in just like pure goat language. I guess I'm not trying to fill dead air. I just don't like silence sometimes, but I guess like I could tell you a little bit how I got into art. I mentioned it a few times, but I have a friend named Winter, really great guy. He's from Canada. He did my wedding invitations because my husband and I got married last year in August 17th. So he did the wedding invitations, and I have ADHD. Also, please don't mind that quiz question. It was just some random thing that popped up, but I have ADHD, and I would have this bad habit. I don't know if anyone else has this, where I would pick up hobbies last 12 weeks and then I just never do it again. Let's see. I was drinking smoothies for like 12 weeks, never did it again. Was really into certain kinds of music. I went through a K-pop phase, never did it again. And then, for some reason, I was like, let's do art. Why not? Let's get a little artsy-fartsy. And then, this was supposed to be another hobby that I was just never going to pick up again. And then it just kept on doing it. And it made me happy. Because my therapist was starting to get sick of me. She wasn't, but like she was, because therapists don't do that. And she's like the greatest woman I have ever worked with as a therapist. She's fantastic. But I'm pretty sure she would have been getting sick of me complaining all the time about how I just don't have an outlet. That's just me assuming. Okay. These paint markers are not that bad. That picture is bad. But the cool thing about these little paintings, they're going to my nephews because my nephews love Pokemon. So here, let me, Ditto! I might tweak it a little bit. But let's do that. Is this the right marker? Yeah. I have these two nephews. One actually just had a birthday. Oh, that's not the right marker, but guess what? Here's something you don't know about a lot of my videos. When I do the live drawing, 9 times out of 10, I am royally screwing up those drawings. Like, really badly screwing it up. I make lots of errors. So, hey, person who's still here, thank you for staying. I appreciate it. That actually came out better than I thought it would. We're going to just be making a collection of paintings, I guess, because I have French nephews. They live in France. Oh, here, why don't I show you guys the painting that I did for my sister-in-law? Here. Let me put that aside. Yeah, this was like my first ever oil painting. What do you guys think? Is it cool? Yay? I'll just say yay. Honor system. Okay, so why did I pick up YouTube? I guess I'll just start answering questions that nobody asked. Because why not? I love the sound of my own voice. I'm gonna act like a narcissist. I'm joking. I think I had a couple more of these canvases somewhere. Okay. So we're gonna do another black canvas. Okay. We're gonna do another black canvas. I'm trying to think of which Pokemon I want to do. These are just, I'm testing out some new markers, and then you're gonna watch me suffer for a little bit. Priming. What new? Hi! Sorry, I have a lot of energy because I'm basically locked inside for the next 2 days. Because blizzard apocalypse in Massachusetts. Why not? Okay, I got my gloves on. Let's think of what I'm going to do. Did I just... Ugh. You know what? Why don't we get a little spicy? As in, watch me screw something up even bigger. Let's try it. Why not? I'll do one of my friend's favorite Pokemon. Here. But yeah, so the videos that I have of those, I just like reiterating it. Like the one where I did the Jax drawing, that entire sketchbook's going to my little nuggets, my nephews. They're great kids. I'm going to see them in April in France. My husband and I are going to see them. So, yeah. I'm starting to consider myself an artist, but I don't think I am God's gift to art. Well, in my case, Hecate's gift to art. She's my patron. She's sort of like a divine auntie who kind of reminds me of all my screw-ups. So. Hi, welcome to the stream. Why do I have so much energy? I don't want to be one of those weird YouTubers who's like, yeah, man, like, click, subscribe, punch that, yeah. If I end up being like that, please make fun of me. Please, I beg you. This is also practice for me to sort of just be able to talk to people. Because I tout myself as some really big social person. I am shy. Did I not give this thing a title? Oh, I probably didn't. Oh, wait. Glove. Glove! I'll be able to stay on until my battery dies, so we'll see. I think I'm going to stop being kind of obnoxious and I'll just start coloring. Is that like I have no mouth and I must scream? You don't have a phone? Eh. If you actually genuinely don't, you're probably better off for that. My husband and I just saw Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die. It's a great movie. It's kind of related to that. That's all I'm gonna say. By the way, we're drawing... Hi, hi, hi! No, seriously, tone down the energy. Come on, me. You scare people. Sorry. I'm talking to myself. Okay. We're doing Jigglypuff right now. I'm testing out these markers from AliExpress. I honestly thought they weren't going to be that great. I am pleasantly surprised and pleasantly happy that I am completely wrong. Also, this Jigglypuff is going to come out kind of weird, but... The thing with art is everything is kind of weird, even the artists. I'm actually trying to do some... Hey, Silver Knight, you're being shouted out. Go for it, bro. Or sis. What's your gender? What are your pronouns? What should I call you? You've been shouted out, bro, sis. Non-binary Fred. All gender. Whatever you want. All right, girl. Then you have been shouted out, Silver Knight. I really need to tone down on the energy. I sound like I just huffed, like... And thing's a monster. How you doing, Silver Knight? Is that how you say it? You having a good day? By the way, do you know you're my first ever shout out request? That's really cool. I don't know if I'm ever going to become like a big time YouTuber, but God forbid in the 1 to million chance that I do. You are my first ever shout out request, and I super appreciate that. You just made my day. I'm always happy to shout people out. If you want to throw other people you want me to shout out, go for it. Just to keep it appropriate. Aw. Hey, no problem. Okay, me, I'm not one of those hyped up YouTubers. This is a calm channel. You're just going crazy from sleep deprivation and being stuck in the apartment. I really don't want to be one of those high energy YouTubers. It's just as I keep telling everybody, I do the most, and I have the most of ADHD. Like, literally, my attention span is, oh, look over there! Subtle reference and shout out to Jada Essence Hall, one of my favorite winners of RuPaul's Drag Race. That was actually one of the best episodes. Jeff Goldblum was a great host, judge, guest thing. See what I mean? I told you my brain is not working right now. If anyone wants a shout out, feel free. I'm happy to shout out everybody. If your name isn't appropriate, though, I am so censoring it. My boss would probably not appreciate me saying inappropriate things, especially given what I do for work. But yes, here. Let me just check something quickly. Can I do this? Can I do the question thingy? So I'm gonna ask. No, go away. I don't want that. Ugh, sorry, I'm kind of new to these settings. I'm basically a boomer at this point. Okay, that was not what I wanted to do. Silver Star, huh? Here, give me a second. I'm gonna go. Can I write that down? I'd love to check out your channel. Wait. Is your channel Silver Star? I'd like to check it out. Yeah, of course. Like, I think us smaller YouTubers, because naturally, I'm not as big as PewDiePie. I'm not as big as Pokimane or my personal favorite YouTuber, The Click. Hi! Hi, HD! I see you, bro! How you doing? Or sis? What's your gender? What are your pronouns? I will make sure I do not misgender anybody here. It's kind of an important thing for me. I don't like misgendering people, especially given the nature of my work. That doesn't mean you're not good at YouTube. Come on, we're gonna support each other. We're gonna grow, and then, I don't know, have a nice chicken dinner as a thanks, unless you're vegan. Sorry, I'm trying to find the... Is this it? No, that looks gray. I'm trying to find the outline marker thingy. Did I lose it? All right. Thank you. I'm actually just testing out markers, but I also have severe ADHD, and I'm looking for a certain marker, and I can't find it. I'm a smaller YouTuber. I am looking to grow. Maybe being monetized would be nice, but, yeah. I'm not really expecting to either. Can you guys just, like, hold on for 1 second? I just gotta go grab a marker. Oh, you want me to do Pikachu? Sure. Here, tell you what. Can I finish this one and then I'll do Pikachu? I do love me some Pikachu. Okay. Ready for some epic speed drawing of this so I could make a Pikachu for y'all? Where is the black marker? I just had it! In other news, I'm going insane. I found it. All right. If anyone here has a YouTube channel they want me to check out, I'm another small YouTuber, obviously, but yeah. Let me finish my Jigglypuff, and I would be happy to draw Pikachu for you. I couldn't find the black marker in the new set, so... My goal is I honestly just want to connect with people on the platform. Do you want me to shout you out? You gotta say yes. I want to get shouted out. Do you want me to shout you out? All right. How do I say it? Batty D3S4E. Is that it? Okay. And it's cool dude is cool, right? Here you go. One shout out, hold the mayo. Okay, since dude asked first. Dude cool is cool. Cool dude is cool. Please go check out their content. Batty D3S4E, please go check out their content. Hey dude, what kind of content do you do? Why don't you share what kind of content you do? And then, listen, if you're asking me how I got these subscribers, I don't know. I think I promised them snacks or something. But what? Like, I love snacks. Cheese doodles are kind of my guilty pleasure. But is this actually coming out okay? I'm gonna gift it to my little nuggets, my nephews. I love my nephews so much. Oh. What's so cringe? I can't actually physically have children. So I'm just happy to have nephews. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, blah, 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 medical, blah, blah, blah. I can't actually have kids. So I'm putting all my efforts into my two nephews. I think one just turned 4. The other one is I think 6. I have 1.24K, which do not ask me how that happened. I have no idea. I was honestly so early. Thank you so much. And do you mind giving me a second so I can write down? Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I also am trying to take viewer requests on what to draw, but you have to understand I'm still a novice, so please bear with me. I also am hoping that my husband could actually see this because, as I said, he's stuck at work right now, and I feel so bad. My husband and I both work in under what they call the essential designation. Okay, don't give me that. I'm about to be... Okay, you're getting the tough New Yorker auntie here. Don't ever say you're not a good person at something. I used to say I sucked at art. And guess what? I suck at art. But you know something? That doesn't mean I don't enjoy it. What I'm saying is if you like something enough, who cares what other people think? Like, I'm not making videos here to become like the next viral sensation. If that ever happens, I would like that. It would be nice. But literally, I don't want to... Oh my god, what did I just do to this marker? I don't want to give up my integrity for money. You know? And I have a lot of... Oh god, really? We're doing this now? Listen, if you don't mind me rambling, which is kind of my default, Can I tell you a story? No, I said that you're good, bro. Are you messing with me right now? Don't mess with me. I said you were good. Chat, please tell this guy I said it was good. Don't troll me, man. Okay? Don't do that. We're here to have fun. I said I'll check out your channel afterwards, alright? Just a small YouTuber. Please go easy on me. My heart can't handle any of this right now. Thank you. So, story time here. I entered human services, so I do right now. Okay, you're getting a story from me. You're getting the tough New York auntie. Thank you. I just do it because that's just how I am, or I at least try to be. I always try to like take the approach that I'm not perfect, and I'm the first person to admit my own flaws, because just if I Okay, can I give you a little story, Mr. Dude? When I was younger, I'm 36. What the hell happened to this pen? I'm 36, right? And when I was younger, I started working in human service mental health with a lot of clients with like mental health issues when I was 23. And I'm going to introduce something that you guys are going to find as a theme to my channel for a while. I was actually raised by a narcissistic parent. And so, by the way, Jigglypuff is done. Sorry, ADHD. What's OMZ? I don't. But I was raised by a narcissist. So I had a parent who was just very demeaning. Also, for the record, I'm old, so I might not understand references, so please teach me. But yeah, back to what I was saying. So I was raised by a woman who literally just tried to make my life a living hell. So she wanted me to be a lawyer, which, unless I'm Little Miss Woods, L, no thank you. But she wanted me to be a lawyer. And she literally was trying to raise me to mold me into her image, okay? So I didn't want to do that. I wanted to work in human services and mental health, which I still do. 14 freaking years, baby. And, so my mom goes to me when I tell her this. She looks dead in the eye and she says, I'm giving it 6 months, tops. Because you're not going to be good at connecting with people. And for the longest time, when I would go into work, when I had my first job in human services, I was just constantly telling myself, I'm not going to be good at connecting with people. I don't even like people. I don't curse either. I try to keep very family friendly here, but I don't curse. But yeah, some people's curse word. Go for it! Use it! But anyway, ADHD, do not kick in. I am telling a story. Not you guys. It's just I have ADHD and I get off topic so quickly. So, anywho, my mom kept on saying, did you quit yet? Did you quit yet? Did you quit yet? And then every time she would say, because I used to live with her at this time when I started, I was like, no, I haven't quit yet. Sorry. She would keep telling me, like, well, you're going to quit soon. Are you done? Are you quitting now? Also, I'm going to do Pikachu. And I'm like, no, not quitting, Mom. I'm not quitting. Stop trying to make me quit. So it actually severely affected my mental health, because it was like I was starting to question, am I actually able to work with clients? Am I actually good at this? And then, I started connecting with one client, and then two, and then three. I mean, like, dude, look at my channel. I was expecting maybe 2 subscribers. My point is like, you don't have to be good. You don't have to go around saying you're good, and I'm trying not to be preachy, but you just have to like what you're doing, honestly. Hablo un poco español, pero olvido mucho. I do speak a little Spanish, but in New York, we either learn French or Spanish. Gracias para ayudo. God, I'm so bad at this. Also, if I didn't say my name earlier, my name's Mara. Nice to meet you. Hablo un poco español. Gracias para la comida. No, wait, that's food. That's food. All right. Who's ready for some Pikachu action? I have some food waiting for me, but I'm not hungry yet. And come on, look at these canvases. All right. Hi, welcome to the stream. This is what I like to call there's going to be an impending blizzard. I'm bored. We're painting. Yeah, so I'm Mara. I am 36. I'm going to be 37 in October, but my body is 90 years old. I have a shoulder injury from martial arts. Oh, I should mention, I do martial arts. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. 90% of my channel's efforts are just, I'll give you the process of how I do a video. I start painting or drawing, and I'm like, oh crap, I screwed that up. And then I start doing that again. It's like, well, I messed that up. And then eventually, somehow, through dumb luck, my paintings come out great. Ish. I never like to say I'm a good artist or like I'm fantastic, because I feel like if you say you're really, really good at something, then you're putting yourself in a box and you're not giving yourself room to grow. You know what I mean? You're just saying, oh, I'm great. I don't need to learn anymore. So I like to say I'm good, but I'm not great. So let me see. We're doing Pikachu, right? I know that person probably left, but who cares? Crank that. Is this the right yellow? And we're doing it. We're going to challenge ourselves. We're going to do this completely from memory. Because here's the thing. I'm fueled by ADHD. Okay, this isn't a competition, Mr. Dude. Do you want to know my process? I'm happy to share with you how I do this, because I'm always transparent. Oh my god. So my day's going okay. My husband is staying over at his job for a snowstorm because he's a nurse. But it's going great. But yeah, you guys are totally able to ask any questions. I will answer within reason. Also, if you want to know why I try to do art well, it's for my nephews and for people. Bye, dude. It's, I do my art for other people. I have commissions, but I haven't charged anyone a single penny. Let's see. That one that I showed you earlier, it's for my nephews and my sister-in-law and brother-in-law. I'm not charging them because they're family. I actually just did a coffee cup for a cafe that's run by people with disabilities. So I'm obviously not charging them. I have a baby shower one that's a present, so I'm not charging them. I have 2 memorial portraits. Here's the thing, I'm going to just let you know as a precedence for my channel. Anything that's a memorial portrait or a portrait of somebody's deceased loved one, that is not going on my channel. I absolutely refuse. I am not exploiting somebody's death for views. I am so sorry, but no. I absolutely refuse to do that. I don't care how good a painting is. I have a policy. If it is in memoriam of somebody, it's not going on my channel. Yeah, so one of my friends, her dad, actually just passed away recently. She asked me to do a portrait for him. Thank you so much. If you have a channel, let me know. I would love to check you out too. You have a wonderful day. Um, yeah, so one of my friend's dad just passed away. I'm telling you the process, my dude. Oh, okay. So no, honey, you're not being rude. You're good. I can't really show it to you because I'm doing it off of memory, but do you want me to explain it to you? 9 times out of 10. Listen, you're not rude, okay? I've had somebody ask to show, like, my artistic license or tell me to quit. So that is what you're saying right now is not rude. Thank you. So I'm gonna be completely transparent. I use AI to track my progress. Before the torches come out, here's the thing. I don't use it to use art. I don't like AI art. But what it is I take constant photos of what I'm doing just so I could keep track of where I was for paintings. If it's something that's going to be a multi-day process. Okay? So if it's a multi-day process, I will take a picture, let's say it's at this right now, okay? I'll take a picture of this. And then that way I could remember where I am. I do sometimes use Google Outlines, and if it happens to be a tutorial, which I don't like to use tutorials, but I will sometimes, and if I do, I at least try to credit the website or the person who created the tutorial. The reason why you didn't see that a lot in the beginning is because my dumb butt didn't really do that a lot in the beginning. But I don't like stolen art or anything. So if there's anything that needs to be credited, I will credit the artist. But if you want proof that I'm doing this from memory, the Jigglypuff I did not. But if you do want proof I'm doing this from memory, only thing up there right now is Jigglypuff. There's no Pikachu or anything up there. Just my Facebook. And yes, sometimes I do outline requests just to see what to do. And then, that's it. So yeah, why don't you guys ask me some more questions? Like, you could ask me who my favorite YouTuber is, like, my least favorite food. I don't know. I'm kind of awkward at answering questions, but I will make it as... Oh, hun, go ahead. Like, you were never obligated to stay in a stream. Okay? I always say real life has to come first. Here's a little hint. I'm actually a supervisor at a position. So I always try to tell my employees that your real life has to come first. If you have anything family, health, job could wait. You're going to go home and you are going to go take care of yourself and your family. I've only been a supervisor for a few months, but yeah. Girl, go take care of what you need to take care of, all right? I'll still be here coloring my weird Pikachu. So yeah, I will use outlines, templates, because I am really new to the art game. There's going to be a con coming in August. I am potentially thinking of getting a booth, but I also would need to do like hundreds of paintings, and my arms are going to fall off if I do that. Okay. Crank that Pikachu! Alright. I actually used to do like Facebook live streams, mostly of me playing saxophone. Yeah, I actually play saxophone, clarinet, and piano, but I just haven't practiced in a while. But I was in a rock band for a while with my do I really have to call him my parents? My stepdad isn't my parent. He's just a jerk. Hi! Can I give you a shout out? How do you say your name? Angela's? Shout out to Angela's. Thank you so much for being a fan. I appreciate you. I am just an awkward 36-year-old with no clue, but I am glad I got a fan here. These are thumbs up, by the way. These are thumbs up. I'm looking for my black marker so I can do some fun stuff here. Like, literally, this black marker keeps disappearing, and I swear to sandwiches, because I respect religion here. I'm not about to say I swear to the G-Man. This is gonna drive me insane. I appreciate you being a fan. Feel free to chat with me. I love chatting with people. My introverted side right now is shaking its head at me, but I do. I do like talking to people. It's nice to get to know new people and then just have fun and... See! This marker always is my favorite color. Okay, so... kind of black. Black is sort of my favorite color. If you want to consider it a shade, then red. Fun fact, and I just posted this in my post, I got married in a black wedding dress. I'm kind of one of those, like, elder goth kind of people, because I do dress up a lot in, like, goth clothes, but because I'm a supervisor, I kind of had to tone that down. But yeah, black is totally my favorite color. 90% of my wardrobe is black, and yeah. Feel free to ask whatever you want, honestly. I'm a very open person. I'm also a very awkward person. Yeah, if you want to see, just check out the post that I did. You'll see me in a black wedding dress, actually. You could ask me literally about anything. My job, my husband. That is creepy. That is creepy. Okay, let's get the white dots. Let's get the white dots. That's creepy. White dots. White dots. We're drawing Pikachu. Thank you. That's actually me. I keep breaking this white marker. What am I doing with my life? What life choices have I made that have led me to this moment? But yeah, feel free to ask me anything. Like, I guess, I'll volunteer some information too. I love dumplings. Xiaolongbao soup dumplings are literally a vibe. Ooh, I knew that one was coming. I can't have children. Medically, I am not able to, and I kind of don't want to, anyway. No, it's Pikachu. I just can't get this white marker to go. Ah! See? This keeps happening. Welcome back, Silver! Ah! Finally, that took 10 years off of my life. I did Mimikyu for a friend recently, though. And on Monday... Oh! I get this marker to go, only for it to not work. What kind of poetic irony is this? Alright, hang on. White marker, where are you? White marker, where are you? But yes, as far as children, no. Even before I kind of found out I can't really have children, I mean, I technically, hold on. I technically can, but it would be like a really expensive surgery. And I really don't want to do it. I have two very adorable, cute nephews, though. They're the sweetest children ever. I call them my little nuggets, because they're so cute. They're like tiny chicken nuggets. And, thank you so much, Silver. But yeah, no, I don't have children. But I'm going to be... My goal is to be the best auntie ever. I spoil my nephews, and I'm going to always spoil my nephews. I I like children. I used to work with children in this behavioral home setting for kids with behavioral issues and trauma, but I don't want kids and I can't have them anyway. So it kind of worked out. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Have a blessed day. May you have some delicious snacks, maybe some good soup. I don't know. People still like soup, right? Oh, thank you so much. If you ever need any friendly words of wisdom, I do tough love I'm New York. I'm from New York, so I'm happy to do friendly words of wisdom or just extreme tough love. This is from memory, so this isn't probably turning out the greatest, but I'm going to give this to my nuggets. I love my little nuggets. I do love me some soup too. I actually, because we have a blizzard coming in right now. And that's why thank you. Like, literally, I get really awkward when people praise me so much. So I'm going to trust you. Because, like, it's always like, wait, are you sure? I have, like, the biggest case of imposter syndrome sometimes. Like, I always feel that things aren't as good as people think. So it's just, thank you. It's really nice because, wait, I think I was telling a story earlier, but yeah, I basically stayed in human services out of spite a little bit. And people give me crap for this all the time, but I'm gonna open up to you guys a little bit. Vulnerability ain't my thing, but you're getting it because you guys are being nice. I have been no contact with my mother for almost 4 years, except for one time I had to see her. This is actually kind of like therapy for me because I have significant trauma issues with how she raised me. But I guess, like, part of my healing process is picking up a hobby. Oh, this is done. What do you think? All right. That's going into the nephew pile. All right. Let me flip the phone for a second and take a quick break. Okay, taking a quick break, giving my hands a little rest. Hi. Sorry. This is literally like casual Sundays. And I know after the stream, I'm totally watching the new Precure episode. I am going to totally out myself right now. I am a Maho Shoujo. I love magical girl animes, and I am a massive Pretty Cure fan. We're not gonna talk about You and Idol Pretty Cure. It was okay. It's just I had to stop watching it because it was so bad. Like, second half, like, the villain was right there. You forgot the villain was right there. Like, what the hell? But Wonderful Pretty Cure's great. Delicious Party Pretty Cure's great. I have to say right now, Soaring Sky is probably my favorite Precure. Although I started with Smile Precure. And if you want to know, my favorite Sailor Scout is Sailor Jupiter. Not because of the brown hair, but I just love Jupiter. Jupiter, my girl. My bestie, her favorite Sailor Scout, Sailor Mars. And then my sister-in-law, hers is Sailor Venus. So I'm trying to think of what we're going to draw next. In the meantime, I have some... You want a sneak peek of some of the paintings I'm doing? So I got this one that I did for my nephews. This is going to go into the nephew pile. Oddish is honestly really underrated. I want to give Oddish a hug. I want to look at him. He's kawaii desune. Okay. Oh, thanks. I just watched it, and also shout out to Miss Kitty. She just cut it because it was literally a disaster. Okay. And then another video, another short's coming out. Gambit. So I know some people are going to say you're jumping on the likes train. My father actually, my late father, he passed in 2013. He and I bonded over X-Men comics. And Gambit was actually, from what I remember, one of his favorite characters. This is the first one I ever did without a reference picture. Or not. Right. No, wait. I did it with a reference picture. I did it without, like, a male face outline. Yeah. Thanks, Silver. So we're gonna do some more with Project Revamp. So a lot of these, I have bags of really old art that I've done in the closet. And this here is a painted over picture of a picture I previously did. The whole point of Project Revamp is I'm taking art that I didn't like and I'm making it good. I'm not saying it. Nope. I'm not saying that thing. But yeah. Actually, why don't we do one right now? You guys want me to do one right now? Let's revamp. Ah! Just hit me. Let's revamp. Now I gotta figure out what I'm doing. Alright, let me look in my handy dandy notebook of what am I doing, aka just making it up on the fly. What am I gonna do for Project Revamp? Alright, let's turn to the canvas. Also, anyone who's getting super triggered by my art supplies everywhere, I'm sorry. Let's see. Oh, and by the way, this is actually my natural hair color. Oh, I know what I want to draw. I just want to get her face. This is not gonna... Nope. That's a YouTube video. Okay. I don't know how well this is gonna go. I am just warning you. Also, the lighting is really bad. I am so sorry. I'm doing great. Hi, Kevin. How are you? We're doing Project Revamp, where I take bad art and I hopefully make it less terrible. Oh, God. Leon, why is the lighting so bad in this room? Okay, hold on. How are you doing today, Kevin? By the way, this is either going to go great or I should just quit my day job. I'm 36. I'm married as of August, and I am hopefully not screwing this up. Here's the thing you have to understand about drafts. They're going to be terrible. I am going to be attempting to do my absolute favorite Steven Universe character. This is going to start out as a draft. But yeah, I am 36. I'm going to be 37. I know, I got a baby face. Most people think I'm 19. I don't really want to correct them anymore. So they think I'm 19? Cool. As I go home and cry into my off-brand Stanley. Okay. Guys, this is not going that terribly so far. Famous last words, but we shall see. Do you guys have any idea whom I might be drawing? Oh dear God. Steven Universe! We are the crystal gems, we'll always save the day. And if you think we can, we'll always find a way. I didn't say it was going to be exact, but I'm trying. That's why the people love this world, believe in garnet, amethyst, and pearl, and Steven! It's not one of them, by the way. I just actually found out one of my favorite drag queens voiced a character on the show, and that brought me much joy. I'm just letting you know this isn't going to be perfect. But we're going to try. Because we're the crystal gems, baby. It's why the people love this world. Like, literally, this character is my spirit animal. She had one of the greatest story arcs in. Thank you so much. If you want, I could take requests. I'm not promising it'll come out good, but... Oh, wait. Is that too light? Guys, is that too light? Is there a lighting blow? You know what? Nope. I am sticking to this. Any guesses on who I'm drawing? Sorry, should say it right. Attempting to draw. I've been wanting to draw her for a while. Well, technically, gems don't have a gender, but I consider her. Is she? But Steven Universe is literally one of the most progressive shows in the history of TV. Oh my god, I think I made her too skinny. I mean, skinny legend, go for it, but... Yeah, like, listen. If I ever run a stream... Next question. It's a TV show? For TV? It's a TV show. Why am I doing this? Well, I will say, also, just with Steven Universe, it's not just about LGBTQ themes. There's a lot of themes that I resonated with, especially the childhood trauma piece. That's actually why I liked it. Can I just respectfully decline to answer this? Because we're having a calm stream. Like, listen. I respect your opinion. I respect where you're coming from. But I also just really don't want to answer this. Can we all get along? Please. I have cheese doodles. Here, I will throw this to you from my screen. Please stop arguing. I'm going to say this, just like, my favorite thing about Steven Universe is it really, we're gonna go pivot from this, because I like to try to keep my channel, like, kind of a escape from arguing. I respect any opinion. I just don't really want to get into it. I think, however, I will subtly sort of drop this. I think it's important for people to learn things sometimes. Guys, can you please stop fighting? I'm running out of cheese doodles to throw into the screen. I just think that I will... Fine. You want this? I will say it's Lapis from Steven Universe. I will say I think if it's going to be in society and people are going to be exposed to people... like, having to meet people, like, people have to meet, like, their grandparents and, like, all sorts of different type of people. I think it's an educational way to learn about it. There. Can I stop talking about this now? It's just, like, if you're going to meet people in society, it's a nice way to, just learn about something in a way that people could understand. Queen, I'm a girl, but it's okay. I'll take king status I need it, too. I mean... I also have to... You know what? I'm gonna say something, too. I respect it! No, I know what you mean. I get you. But... I will say, I'm speaking from the perspective of I work with people with disabilities, okay? So hear me out. I'm not saying, clarifying this right now before anyone storms my apartment. I'm not saying that anyone who happens to be part of that community has one. No, pitchforks down. Listen to what I'm saying. What I am saying is that when you're younger, you don't, unless you have somebody in your family with a disability or, like, people in wheelchairs, when you're younger, maybe you don't experience people like that right away, right? So when a kid sees a person in a wheelchair or something, No. Listen, for me, I have worked in human services for a while. Like, I do believe it's important to teach people, but I don't find it good. Like, I don't think you're really arguing your point if you're just going to yell at somebody. Because I think that, like... I understand. I personally think it's important to educate people. Like, it's important to educate people, like, about the nature of disabilities. Because, again, I work in a field where we work with people with disabilities, and sometimes a kid might have a question as to why somebody's in a wheelchair. Or why somebody might talk slowly or not be able to use their arm or something. So, if you think about it like that, I think doing so in a way that is educational but also kind of fun around the plot of something, I think that's like a nice, easy way to ease people into the fact that there are people that are different. And I have to say, I do actually like the fact that people are different in some kind of way, because I think normalcy is boring, and I also think that people just have the right to just like be who they are. Hi. Oh, safety environment that teaches people the safety of children. That actually sounds kind of interesting. I really think though, like, yeah, I don't really try to be a judgmental person. I unfortunately used to be really judgmental. There's certain things I think I do have judgments on, but I'm gonna keep that to myself. But even still, unless something is like blatantly offensive, people could argue that what you said might have been, but I'm also saying that like I'm at least willing to entertain hearing people out if they could do this in a very respectful manner. Like, I'm not about to sit and listen to somebody yelling. But if you're willing to have a civilized discussion, I'm willing to be more amenable to listening, even if I don't agree with something. I've talked to people before with completely opposing political views. As to what my views are, that's staying under wraps. But there's a lot of things I don't agree with. But I will hear you out if you're not yelling or being hostile. If you're being hostile, I have nothing to say to you. Hi, Sports! Did I say hi to you? I'm sorry. Let me ask you this, because I am respecting where you're coming from. I understand that as part of your work. How would you approach it? I just want to see your point of view on this. How would you approach teaching kids about this? Because for me, I think cartoons are a very friendly way. Because the thing is, I'm speaking as somebody who has two young nephews. They're going to have to learn about people with all sorts of differences eventually. And if there's a child-friendly way to do it, I would love for them to watch Steven Universe when they're slightly older. Because I think it is a great way. But what I'm going to ask you is how would you approach it? Because I want to just get your opinion. Well, nice that one of us says I have IBS. I don't think I have in weeks. Oh, by the way, you'll have to just excuse me. I'm a little unfiltered sometimes, but also I like I'm sorry. I was just responding. Lapis looks like she has seen a biblically accurate angel. What do you guys think? Literally, though. No. I know, but yeah, no, I completely understand, but also I live in the state with Provincetown. And I honestly think, having gone to Provincetown multiple times, actually, sorry to get a little dark here, my friend's funeral's in Provincetown, because she used to live there. Hi! Thank you for saying hi from California. So, hectic. Again, I understand your point. I'm trying to be open-minded with what you're saying. I'm just going to ask you, if you think Steven Universe is a little much, how would you go about telling a kid, hey, so these kind of people exist? I'm just curious. I'm not trying to put you on the spot here, but like with human services and all the work I do, my job is to get differing perspectives on things, and as a supervisor myself, I just need to know, like, I'm sick of this marker, okay? I'm not using this marker anymore. I just need to know how people handle things. Oh my god, really? Both sides now? Because I want to just see, you know, I'm not trying to put you on the spot. I really am not, okay? I'm genuinely curious. Usually if I ask people, it's because I'm curious. It's not because I'm trying to, like, be like, okay, so just give me the evidence. I'm actually just genuinely curious. How would you sit a child down and say, hey, so LGBTQ people exist? And guys, before he says anything, you're a guy, right? I'm just making sure. Before anyone says anything, I am asking Hectic to share their opinions. Please do not bash them. Even if we have differing opinions, I don't want an argument in my comment section, because literally, we're just here to draw. And just, if we're asking about opinions, I freely asked them. I don't want there to be any backlash here. Hectic, you have a safe space. If anyone gives you trouble, I'm right here. You know, hosting the stream. Okay, what am I gonna do? Do I want to do a blank canvas? Oh, you do? Okay, so I actually just literally got these from AliExpress without knowing what I was getting into. It was gonna be... Yeah, of course. And you have my word. I will defend you. Not on your opinions. Not in your opinions, but if anyone comes after you, you are here to freely express your opinions. I will see to it that you get that answer. Just please do it in a way that's respectful. Okay? Ugh. God, that Chinese food over there is calling to me, but I am also bored. That is why I'm still on stream. I think we're going to do one more painting, okay? And then I really need to eat, because if I get hangry, I'm going to get cranky and weird. We don't like weird when I'm hungry. So this is the last thing I'm going to draw. Oh, for anyone who just joined, this is the last painting we did. We're going to go over the other paintings we did. I just did lapis. We are the crystal gems. We'll always save the day. And if you think we can, these are the other ones we did on stream. So this one, this is how I tested out my marker. Oh, I forgot to sign it. Oh God, if I start giggling like, please tell me to shut up. Hectic, I honestly appreciate you taking the time to at least think of an answer. Like, this is not... I'm not putting you on the spot. You literally could tell me you don't want to answer, and I'm not going to do that. I don't want to use this canvas, so we're going to do another one for Project Revamp, and then I'm going to go eat some delicious Chinese food, because there is a blizzard outside. Alright, hang on, I'm going to pop the camera to me for a second. Hi, for anyone who just joined, I'm Era, and I am stuck inside. No, it's okay. Listen, as I said, I am giving you the free floor. I want to hear your answer. I'm going to be very respectful about it too, because I will be honest, I do think it is... Screw it, I'm just going to say, I do think it is something that people have to learn, especially because you're going to probably encounter someone. So instead of just learning, I think there's a lot of, like, child-appropriate ways to say important topics. Because, like, again, I work with people with disabilities. And, sometimes a kid might not have encountered somebody in a wheelchair. And you have to explain to kids that sometimes people's legs don't work. So that's my personal take on it, is, like, you have to explain that there's all sorts of people. But if you don't know how to explain it, like, again, I have these two really adorable nephews, And they're going to have to learn about people who happen to be part of the LGBT. I'm sorry. I'm tired. LGBTQ community. They're going to have to learn about it eventually. So I think anything that can be done in a child-friendly way is honestly easy, because sometimes it's hard for parents to explain things like that. So if it's done appropriately and in a child-friendly way, yeah. This is why I love Steven Universe, but it's not because of that, because my favorite thing about Steven Universe is it deals with things like anxiety and childhood trauma. Two things I am unfortunately stuck with. Gotta love it. Shout out to all of us who have survived childhood trauma. You guys are amazing. And let me think of what I'm going to do for my final painting, because I need food. And I never eat while I'm on camera. Oh, God. Also, if you haven't seen, because I was accused of like, oh, you're doing this for likes. I'm a huge fan of Jax. So... give me 1 second. I'm gonna look at the canvas. We're gonna do the final painting, and then I am going to eat because I am hungry. For the record, I actually am still really shy and stuff. It's just I'm going slightly crazy because we have a blizzard going on. Well, it hasn't started yet, but we're gonna have a blizzard going on around 7. Is it 7? It's 6:56. I hate snow. I hate winter. Give me 1 second. We're going to wrap this up with one final painting, okay? For everyone who has joined us today, thank you so much. I cannot believe I've had people engaging with me, because literally hearing me talk sometimes... Wait. Are you saying I look like Morticia? Because that is the highest praise you could possibly give me. If not, I'll just pretend you did. Please let me have 5 minutes of my ego being boosted, because I have self-conscious issues. Oh, God, what am I gonna do for my last picture? Oh, dude, that was me earlier. I have IBS. Like, literally. This is why I don't eat Mexican food. Oh, you gotta tell me how you do that, because I am backed up sometimes. Literally. Miralax, my best friend. So I'm gonna just sit here being jealous of your poos. And thank you for saying that you farted. Next time I fart, I will think of this. How's that sound? I think I know what I'm gonna draw. Oh. Can you give me a minute to think of how to respond? Because I'm going to just say my streams are a safe space for everybody. So can you just give me a minute to think of how to respond? No, I'm reading you, and I'm hearing you. Because I actually have had a couple of friends, and I still do, who kind of come from the same background and also think the same. But I'm going to think of a way. Okay. So I had a feeling this question and this topic would come up, and I have prepared for this, but I'm also very blunt and rude sometimes. So I want to take time to respectfully understand your point. I personally believe who people love, who they choose to love, is none of my business. Again, I come from the state. First of all, I'm going to say I appreciate you sharing your opinion. I'm going to give you my response, if that is all right with you. May I? Okay. I appreciate it. Just give me 1 second. I lost that marker again. Oh, here. So, I do understand the... I don't agree with it. I'm going to 100% say that. I'm not on board, but I'm not about to bash you, okay? I understand this is coming from your beliefs, and I will not bash your beliefs. So I'm going to give you that preference, okay? Preface. Dear God, nope, don't say the word Lord's name in vain. Lord's name in vain, sorry. So, as a human service worker, because I will let you know, I actually grew up in a very homophobic household. I was exposed to the most vile things people could ever say. Like, it was bad. It was really bad. I'm not going to repeat any of it because that stuff does not deserve airtime. But I was raised in a very homophobic household where there were just things said about the LGBTQ community. And unfortunately, I'm not excusing myself at all because for the longest time I had those beliefs that my parents had. Not my father. My father was great. But I already hinted earlier that I have a very strained relationship with my mother. Sorry, give me a second. Because when I think about how I used to act, it's kind of disgusting. In the 90s is when I was raised. It was more prevalent then. I'm making a point. I'm sorry, I have ADHD. There's 5 sub-stories with the story. So, it was more prevalent to have, like, really disparaging comments and disparaging views towards people who happen to be LGBTQ. And people were saying stuff, and either people just weren't out, or the ones that were out just got all the jokes. And unfortunately, I'm going to be 100% transparent. Yeah, I mean, here's the thing, though. I think people who should love who they want to love, as long as it's legal, but... And I mean in terms of, like, you know, ages, not sexualities and genders. But I actually ended up becoming friends in college with a lot of people who kind of... I'll get there. Give me a second. Who kind of happen to be part of the LGBTQ community. And, like, that really forced me to stop being so ignorant. Because, like, first of all, I don't see that as a choice. People love who they love. And that's okay. I mean, I always take the stance if something does not personally affect me. So if you, not you personally, but if you are a guy that happens to love another guy, I'd go for it. Because honestly, it's not personally affecting my life. I am not waking up the next day just thinking about how much that's going to affect me. I just personally, I'm speaking as somebody who used to be homophobic, and I am not afraid to share that. But I've really grown as a person because, first of all, if you work in human services, you have no room for those beliefs. You have clients of all sorts of disabilities, shapes, sizes, races, immigration status, sexualities, genders. You have all sorts of people. You have to be tolerant of everybody because you have to accept that if you're working with people, you need to understand that they're going to be different from you, and there's nothing wrong with that. But also, after college, it just made me realize that those beliefs I had, I don't like cursing on my channel, but I was a jerk, okay? I was an absolute jerk. Because I was spending my entire childhood just hating people for what? Because they liked the same people of the same gender? Who am I to tell somebody who they need to love? This is none of my business. Okay? And you know what? I actually have a kinship in a way. I find a special kinship sometimes with the people of the LGBT community. Because, first of all, I am going to say I'm a staunch ally. And second of all, it's like, there's a lot of people who were disowned. And I'm not... Okay, I need to rephrase this so I don't say something stupid. I'm not saying that I understand any of the experience of being disowned by your parents. But, well, actually I do, just not for my sexuality. My mom did basically disown me, but it's for a different reason. I'll go into that another time. And if you haven't figured out who I'm drawing right now, it's Morgana. But I think as somebody who works with people, it is my absolute duty to ensure everybody has a safe home. But that being said, I don't think you could really change somebody's mind by yelling at them. And I'm going to say, I don't think I'm so morally self-righteous that I'm about to sit here and be like, you know what, Hectic, I'm gonna just talk for 10 minutes and I'm gonna immediately change your mind. You're gonna be down with everything I'm saying. I don't think that's gonna happen. But I just think if you really... Damn, is it like every marker dead? Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to say that. If you really want to truly change someone's perspective, you can't approach them with hostility. You can't be like, hey, so you're terrible. I'm leaving politics out of this because I don't want to discuss politics on my channel. But if you really, truly want to approach somebody, I'm going to be 100% hectic. I don't actually agree with your views, but I'm not about to be like, oh my god. I'm not about to like log off the stream and be like, oh my god, that Hectic, what was he saying? I wanted you to talk, not because I wanted to like humiliate you. If you remember me saying I didn't want anyone to come for you. Like, even if they didn't agree, and I don't agree either, but even if they didn't agree, I asked you to talk. So I gave you the safe space. If I am asking you to talk, it is my responsibility as the person asking you to give you that chance to speak. This is how I treat my work, too, in human services. There's a lot of clients I have worked with in the past where I'm just not going to agree with them or see eye to eye, like, ever. But I am never going to be the person who's like, going home and saying, my God, I hate that person. I have learned in human services, by the way, have you figured out what I'm drawing by now? But that I never take anything personally. Even with hate comments, like, you should see some of the comments on my Jax video where people are like, oh, you're done with for likes and stupid stuff like that. I try to not, like, be like, hey, shut up. I just try not to take anything personally. Because I'm 36. I'm old. I'm, well, older than... Thank you. I mean, actually, you want to hear something cool? This is my first ever supervisor position. I like to say I'm the stern auntie. Like, I will always protect my employees. I demand nothing less than respect being treated with them. Oh my God, did I just fumble that? I demand them to be treated with nothing less than respect, but also I will be firm and be like, hey, so you need to do this. I believe that so again, we are totally shimmying away from politics. I do not want politics on this channel. I already hear it enough at Thanksgiving. Every Thanksgiving, literally. Can you talk about something else, like the weather? Ugh. I already hear about it enough at Thanksgiving, but what was I saying? Sorry, ADHD, I forgot. I believe that we should at least hear people out. Yeah, please. I don't know where you are, but can we trade? It's about to start doing 8 to 12 inches of snow. That's why my husband's not here, and that's actually why I'm live streaming right now, because my husband and I have some very weird conversations. He's a great guy. He's a nurse, so... Oh! UK? Oh my God! Throw a sausage roll into the screen. I've always wanted to try one of those. Oh, you're from Texas? Okay, so no tea, no shade. I was actually in Texas in December because I'm a martial artist. Aw. Darn! Well, it was worth a shot. So I'm a martial artist. My husband and I do martial arts together. And there is a seminar. He couldn't go, but I went. There's a ranch for my school because there's branches everywhere down in Texas, and we went to like a 3-day seminar. I have a shoulder injury, so I had to take it easy, but my God, that was the hardest training I think I have ever done in my life. Okay, I don't care where they're from. I just want a sausage roll. I am an equal opportunity food enjoyer. I would love to have South African food. Basically, if it's edible, I will enjoy it. And if I don't finish it, my husband will. Okay, I have to ask because you have piqued my interest. What's your favorite dish from South Africa? I hope that's not offensive. I just love learning about culture through food because I like eating. I mean, I think half the food I don't know. I'm from America. I'm from Massachusetts. Not that I know of, unless it's like a UK restaurant or trying to be a UK restaurant. But yeah, we don't, as far as I know. I've just always wanted to try one of them. My brother had a vegan sausage roll when he went to the UK. He said it was good. But let's see. Is this coming out okay? Also, did I ADHD and forget to finish my answer? I'm sorry. What I was saying is just hectic. Oh, okay. You can't just tell me what the dish is and not go into detail. Spill, what is that? And why do I want to eat it? Because it sounds delicious. To be fair, again, I will eat anything. Unless it's spicy, I have IBS. And by the way, this is going to be the norm going forward. If somebody comes onto my stream and is like, oh, by the way, I did a poo. Yeah, I'm just going to talk about my IBS. But hectic. I'll just keep it simple. While I respect that you have views, and I'm not about to be like, oh my god, what is this guy doing? I will respectfully say I don't believe that. I believe people should be allowed to just do their thing. I do also have to acknowledge you didn't full on say that you were hating it, because I did remember seeing that you were saying that you are also in a way just accepting that as a normal part of life. So I did pay attention to that. I'm not gonna just go into some stupid rant. But for me, okay, you have to tell me what meat. Are we talking like bison, beef? Anyway, hectic. I do respect that you. First of all, I have to applaud you for actually coming on to stream and deciding to discuss this with me. I do appreciate it. Second of all, I think honestly, whoever other people love, in terms of gender, I'm clarifying that, not age, and not. No, I get that. I know you're also coming from a place of your faith, which, again, very respectful. I also know you're coming from a place of your career, which, again, I'm acknowledging that's a lot of hard work and sacrifice that you do. But I don't find there's a benefit into shielding people from something that's going to be so prevalent. Again, let's go right back to the people I work with, the people with disabilities. I'm not talking about getting it pushed on you. I'm talking about just like with people with disabilities. The kid's eventually going to see a person in a wheelchair, right? And they're going to ask about the person in a wheelchair. So if a kid happens to see a couple that happens to be the same gender, they're going to have a question. I think, with me going back to Steven Universe, I think it is a very friendly way to introduce this possible topic. But that being said, I'm not about to say you're wrong, because when it comes to it, except for certain things, again, the one thing I don't want to talk about on my channel. Well, children are very... I'm going to just rebut that. I'm not trying to debate you, because, again, I respect you, but kids are also easily influenced by Roblox, Fortnite, and you see them doing TikTok dances, right? Remember how big the floss got? Like, kids get easily influenced by TikTok. Yeah, but I'm gonna respectfully ask we don't talk about anything violent. This is a nice little... Oh, Berserker, we were just, having a little friendly debate about Steven Universe. I'm for the fact that I think it's a good way to educate people about the LGBTQ community. And, Hectic and I are having opposing views, but let me be clear, I actually gave Hectic permission to speak, because with me, I actually like talking to people with opposing views because it's nice. I like to see where people are coming from. I have had straight up debates with people about literally every topic you could possibly think of. And like I don't go into a debate with the idea that I'm going to change somebody's mind. My whole point is I want to show what I'm thinking. Also, one thing I'm thinking is that Chinese food is looking stellar. So I'm actually about to wrap up my stream. I do appreciate you guys joining me. But let me put my markers away and we could have a final conversation, okay? So, Hectic, honestly, first of all, I commend you for actually saying these things. I actually, I'm going to clarify this because that just sounded really sarcastic and rude. I'm sorry. Yeah. Yes. Like, here's the thing. I'm not going to agree with you. I'm making that very clear right now. I don't agree. But I don't think when it comes to opinions that, like, and I am guilty of this sometimes. Trust me. If somebody has a differing opinion and I think it's, like, ridiculous sometimes, I do think, like, oh my god, just stop talking. But literally, as I've gotten older, I am trying to learn. Oh, Hectic and I were just having a casual conversation. We were discussing about Steven Universe and the LGBTQ plus themes. I'm saying I am all for teaching people when they ask if they're curious about the LGBTQ community, because I do support the community very strongly. I support people with differences because I actually have a lot of differences myself. I cannot imagine being disowned by a parent for being gay, lesbian, transgender, bisexual, all the others. But I can tell you what it's like to be disowned by a parent. At an older age, but yeah. I think that's what I was saying earlier, because my mom essentially disowned me when I got older, because, yeah, that's a story for another time. So I think that also why I also have a lot of empathy for the LGBTQ plus community. Am I rambling? I'm so sorry. What also happened to my marker box? Yeah. Listen, if somebody ever comes to my stream spewing pure hate comments, we're getting rid of them. That's fine. You did not do that. You did come to the stream with, like, a different perspective than probably a lot of people. Ooh! Oh boy. Well, can we not threaten violence on my channel, please? We're having fun. This is a fun little art channel. Fun little art. Okay. I mistook it. My apologies. But I just think, you know, people are gonna ask questions one day, and I think I'm just also somebody who doesn't like sugarcoating things. You know, I personally believe that if a kid genuinely wants to learn something, they should be allowed to learn it, but they could do it in a child-friendly way. That's my final answer, okay? That is my final answer. Also, you do have to understand, I live in Massachusetts, and two, I was initially raised by... Well, this is the point I was making. Like, if a kid sees a person in a wheelchair and they don't know what a wheelchair is, like, you're gonna have to explain to them what a wheelchair is, right? You'll have to tell them, hey, this person's in a child-friendly way, that this person's legs don't work. Right? This is just how I say it. Like, a child's naturally gonna want to know things. So that's just how I see it. I think, and I'm saying this as Auntie Mara. Pancakes! I'm so sorry. I'm about to finish stream. I'm so hungry. No, it's okay. I'm so sorry, Pancakes. I just finished drawing. Do you like my Morgana drawing? I love Persona. I actually Makoto's a dream cosplay. But yes, I'm so sorry. I just finished. We were having a nice discussion. I'm not calling this a debate or an argument. We were having a discussion about should kids be taught about the LGBTQ community. No, it's okay. It's okay. I have another stream coming up next week. I'll try to schedule it better. I just did this suddenly because I'm alone. There's a blizzard and I'm going nuts. See, this is what I do. I used a reference image. No. Dorito tax is only for people who insult me. You're fine. And even then, I'm fine because, like, I try not to take anything personally. But I have delicious Chinese food over there, and I'm starving, and my husband's not here. The reason why I'm streaming is because my husband's not here. And I don't have to hear, like, he doesn't come in and interrupt. I promised him he'd stay off streams for right now because I'm not about to exploit him for views. I don't believe that's fair. I don't want to exploit my husband for views. But I guess I could stay on for a few more minutes because I'm building up that old Mara appetite. I'm going to just say going forward, I have always at least 2 weeks worth of content filmed. Hi! Toya in the house! Everyone gets a shout out because why not? I always have 2 weeks worth of content filmed because content. I always have 2 weeks worth of content filmed because I have a full-time job. I do martial arts. I have my husband I have to go on dates with because I love dates with my husband. We saw a great movie last night, and I also have to make sure I'm giving him a lot of love, time, and attention because I love that guy. He's amazing. I'm such a simp. I'm sorry. And yeah. We have a lot of really cool videos coming up. And I will try to schedule live streams, but I'm very forgetful. If I'm able to and not half asleep like I am right now, you see the bags? You see those bags, man? Then I might try to do one tomorrow, but my goal is actually, you know what? Here we go. Saturday morning next week. I'm going to try to pencil that in. I have other plans that might come up, but Saturday morning next week, I will try to do an early... Oh, yeah! For the people who are like, you drew Jax for likes. No, I love Jax, okay? And Kane's voice actor, Alex Roshan. Is that how you say his last name? I've been a fan of him for years when he was the Aratark of Flame. So he was part of this group, the Chaos Theater, with Josh Scorcher. I think Quarter Guy was part of it. Green Scorpion, Maverick, Itanobu Ben. Who else was in it? Flame. What was his name? Flame. I don't remember everyone in the Chaos Theater. Oh, he's now Benjamage. Yeah, that was the guy. Who? Fawful's Minion. I think Fawful's Minion was also part of that. So yeah, I've been a fan of Alex Roshan for years before he even got into voice acting. Real ones hate Jasper Bat Jr. because that is the worst boss fight ever. And his collabs with Josh Scorcher and Hades Rants. Those were so much fun. I'm so happy to see how far he's come. And yeah. And I have a video coming out. Pancake, this was a shout out to you. I have a video coming out. I think I'm gonna post it Tuesday. I am going to shout out my favorite YouTuber. He's never gonna see this, let's be real. But I am a huge fan of The Click. I absolutely love his Reddit reading videos. Guilty pleasure. I love those crazy, like, nice guy videos because I read them. Well, I listen to them and I'm like, oh my God. I look at my husband and I'm like, I'm so glad I married you because these guys are terrible. So I actually am going to let you in a little secret. I am going to release a video on Tuesday where I draw the emotional support demon. Hold on one second. Just look at the painting. I'm going to just go grab something. One sec. I have my own emotional support demon. I haven't really been subscribed to The Click for too long, but I found him as a suggestion after I was watching Vincey's videos. Shout out to Vincey, because of course I'm saying your name, so I guess I'm obligatory shouting out just because why not? I do like Vincey though, he's fun. I love those Reddit videos. So then I have an emotional support demon and no way, what? Okay, you can't. Yeah, this is the emotional support demon from Click. He's the one who has a really nice accent, and he's just like, you smell nice. So, yeah. This is his emotional support demon. I draw him on Tuesday. So, yeah. Unfortunately, Pancake, I really need to go. I need to go. I'm sorry. I'm hungry. If I don't eat, I'm gonna cry. But, why don't we settle on next Saturday morning? I will do a stream. Not immediately. I think maybe 11 or 12. Have a great night, everybody. Thank you for watching me draw and do stupid things. And yeah. See you next time.